Republican nominee Donald Trump and his VP pick Mike Pence were in Tampa today. It was one of two stops the candidate made in Florida today for fundraising. Candace McCowan joins us now live in our Tampa News Center. So, Candace, this was a private fundraiser, right?
Josh, and yes, you could attend for $25 grand a plate. It was held at the Central Club on West Shore Boulevard, and the crowd inside wasn't large, but they had their checkbooks. Donald Trump rolled into Tampa 35 minutes after the fundraiser in his honor was set to begin. Inside the Central Club, a crowd described to us as 25 to 30 people were waiting. For the men in that room, were they able to at least shake his hand or even have a little bit of a conversation with him?
Men and women. So there was both in the room, and yes, everybody had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Trump and talk about what's important to them.
Security was tight. Plenty of Tampa police officers on the perimeter and Secret Service. But for those going to have lunch with the man who could soon be president, they paid their 25 grand and went in. We asked Speaker of the Florida House Steve Crisafulli, who was inside, if attendees got their money's worth.
I certainly believe it was worth that and more for those that are engaged in this campaign. It's important to make sure that the nominee has the resources to go out and put that message out on the street.
Only love can trump hate.
But about a dozen protesters outside didn't think so. This dump Trump bus circled the block, as did a truck with the speaker blaring anti-Trump ads. At one point, the protesters even tried to make their way into the event, claiming they had a $25,000 check.
Security came out and they called also the police, and they would not let us in.
For those who were inside, they spent 2 hours before Trump and Governor Pence were on their way to the next fundraiser. You know, each person in that room, they are paying for access, each getting their opportunity to shake Trump's hand, take a picture with him before hearing Trump and Pence speak before the crowd. The pair is set to appear in Miami in the next hour for another fundraiser.
So we know what happened outside, but any indication on what was said inside the room there?
You know, I asked the speaker that, and he tells me that one thing they discussed was that algae bloom that's impacting some Florida counties. Also, they said they talked about regulations and making sure that those regulations don't get in the way of job creation. Josh?
Okay, Candace McCowan live for us in the News Center. Thanks so much.